All right, let's get right into it. We're going to break down the powerful and, surprisingly simple philosophy of the legendary football coach Lou Holtz. And trust me, this isn't just about football, not at all. This is basically a blueprint for how to overcome adversity and find success in pretty much any part of your life. So, Coach Holtz kicks things off with a truth that hits home for every single one of us. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do, or where you come from, you're going to have problems. It is the one constant in life. Nobody gets a free pass. And that, of course, leads to the big question, right? If we all have problems, what's the difference maker? Well, according to Holtz, it has absolutely nothing to do with luck. It's all about how we choose to respond when life inevitably knocks us down. And this is really where his whole philosophy starts. See, Holtz believed that the greatest power we have isn't our strength, it's not our intelligence, it's the simple power to choose. We choose our attitude, we choose our actions, and ultimately, we choose whether we're going to succeed or just fade away. I mean, just think about anyone you admire who's achieved something truly great. Holtz would tell you that their story wasn't an easy ride. It's a story of getting up off the mat again and again and again. For him, success is just a measure of your resilience. So, how do you actually build that resilience? How do you make the right choices? Well, Holtz came up with this core philosophy that he used for his teams, for his family, for himself. And it all boils down to 3 incredibly simple rules. And here they are. 1. Do what's right. 2. Do your very best. And 3. Treat other people with care. Now, Holtz himself would say he was almost embarrassed by how simple these sound. But listen, their power isn't in how complex they are, it's in how you apply them every single day. So let's dig in. Rule number 1, do what's right. This is the bedrock, the foundation of everything. When you're honest, when you're fair, you're not just building a reputation with other people. Holtz says you're actually building a positive self-image in your own subconscious mind. And that is where real confidence comes from. Now for rule 2, do your very best. And this quote, man, it just nails it. This isn't just about winning or losing. It's about refusing to settle for mediocrity. It's about having a total commitment to excellence, because the moment you accept good enough, well, that can become a really dangerous, lifelong habit. And finally, rule number 3, treat others with care. We all know it as the golden rule, right? Holtz saw this as the glue that holds everything together. It's the basis for teamwork, for trust, for any genuine human connection. You just can't have excellence if you don't have togetherness. Okay, so we've got the rules, simple enough. But why are these 3 rules so incredibly effective? This is where it gets really fascinating. Holtz revealed that it's because these 3 simple rules directly answer 3 fundamental, unspoken questions that every single person you meet is asking of you. And this is the real genius behind it all. See, when you do what's right, you're answering the question, can I trust you? When you do your best, you're answering, are you committed to excellence? And when you treat others with care, you're answering the most important one of all. Do you care about me? Trust, commitment, and care. I mean, that's the whole ballgame right there. But just knowing the rules isn't enough, is it? You need fuel to actually live by them, especially when things get tough. For Holtz, that engine is powered by 2 things: having crystal clear goals and building a powerful self-belief. So what's with this number, 107? By itself, it doesn't mean a whole lot, but it represents a massive turning point in his life. It's the key to understanding how he built his own engine of belief right from rock bottom. So, picture this. He's 28 years old, he just got fired, he's got a 3rd kid on the way, and he's totally broke. But instead of complaining, his wife just hands him a book. He gets inspired, takes out a piece of paper, and just starts writing down every single thing he wanted to achieve in his life. He wrote down 107 goals. I mean, everything from being a guest on The Tonight Show to coaching at Notre Dame. He shows the list to his wife, so excited, and she brings him right back down to earth with that classic line. But that simple act, just defining what he wanted, it changed everything. It gave him a map when he was completely lost. Okay, so the second part of that engine is your self-image. And for Holtz, this is so crucial. It has nothing to do with how you look or how smart you are. It's something you build. It's the direct result of your choices, your attitude, and whether or not you're following those 3 simple rules.
And the difference is just night and day, isn't it? Someone with a poor self-image, they're just a drain on everyone's energy, always complaining, always predicting failure. But a person with a strong self-image, they're a force multiplier. They lift everyone else up with them.
So let's see how this all comes together in the real world. One of Holtz's most famous stories is just the perfect example of how these principles, trust, commitment, and care, can create incredible results, even when the odds feel absolutely impossible. The stage? It's the 1978 Orange Bowl. His Arkansas team is facing a powerhouse Oklahoma squad. They were 24-point underdogs. Every newspaper, every expert was predicting a complete blowout. And what's worse, his own players had started to believe it. Their confidence was totally shot. So, just 2 days before the game, Holtz calls a team meeting. He tells them, stop reading your own obituaries. And then he goes around the room and makes every single player stand up and state one positive, sincere reason why they were going to win that game. And you could just feel the entire atmosphere in that room begin to shift. As they started talking about each other's strengths, they stopped listening to all the outside noise and started focusing on each other. Their trust, their commitment, their care, it was all being rebuilt right there in that moment. The result? It was one of the biggest upsets in college football history. They didn't just win, they absolutely dominated. It was the ultimate proof that when a team is built on those 3 core principles, pretty much anything is possible. This quote, it was a favorite of Holtz's, and it just perfectly sums up his whole philosophy. Your past doesn't have to define you. Your future isn't set in stone. The single most powerful force you will ever have is what lies within you right now. Your ability to build trust, commitment, and love through your daily choices. Which really just leaves us all with one final question. It's not about what life throws at you. It's about what you choose to build in response. So, what will you choose?